Hey everyone, my name is Gandalin and welcome to another World of Warcraft guide. Today I'm going to show you how to complete Battle for Azeroth Pathfinder Part 1, which is the first step toward flying in BfA. As with past expansions, we need to unlock the ability to fly in Kul Tiras and Zandalar by completing a number of quest and exploration-related achievements. At the time of this video, flying has not been released yet, but if Blizzard follows the same pattern as they did in Legion, we should see Pathfinder Part 2 added with patch 8.2, which should be in a few months. Let's start by talking about the rewards you get for completing this achievement. First, you'll gain a 20% increase to your mount speed while you are in Kul Tiras and Zandalar. This bonus stacks with class passives and the Swift Landing research trait, but not with most other special boost items. There's also a second reward that was added with patch 8.1. Once you complete this achievement, you can buy an Honor-Bound or 7th Legion scouting map from your War Faction Emissary. These items can be mailed to your alts and can be used to unlock most of the flight points you can learn around Kul Tiras and Zandalar. They're account-bound and can be mailed cross-faction. The item will transform into the appropriate one for your character's faction when you do this, so you really only need to buy one and then send it around to all your alts. Very helpful for leveling multiple characters through BfA. Now let's look at what you have to do to earn this achievement. First of all, it's a meta achievement, meaning that its criteria are other achievements. Secondly, it's an account-wide achievement, meaning that you can complete the different criteria with different characters, though it does get a little tricky when you try to complete it using multiple characters of different factions. Let's break down each requirement so you know what to do. First up is completing Battle for Azeroth Explorer. This is a meta achievement for fully exploring all 6 BfA zones. To complete this, you just need to go around each zone until you've fully revealed the map. Most of the time, this will happen automatically as you quest through the zones. If you end up stuck with a few places missing, there's a link in the description to a Wowhead comment that lists coordinates for each area. You can complete this achievement with any mix of characters of either faction, as long as a single character fully explores each zone. For example, you can't explore one part of Drustvar on one toon and the rest on another. It has to be completely explored by one character. Next up is Wide World of Quests. This achievement wants you to complete 100 different world quests in Kul Tiras and Zandalar. There are 3 requirements to unlock world quests. First, you need to be level 120. Second, you need to unlock the 3 footholds in enemy territory as part of the war campaign. And third, you need to reach friendly with the zone reputations for your faction, and complete the quest uniting Kul Tiras or uniting Zandalar. You can earn rep by progressing through the zone storylines. Once you've unlocked world quests on one character, the rest of your toons only need to hit 120 and unlock the footholds to have access to them. Alts will not need to hit friendly. Progress on this achievement is account-wide, so world quests done on any 120 toons count as long as they are unique. You must complete 100 different world quests across all your characters. Just keep doing world quests in Kul Tiras and Zandalar and you'll get this achievement in no time. Next we have Azerothian Diplomat. This achievement wants you to earn Revered with all of the 8.0 factions. Now, technically, this achievement is account-wide, meaning you can complete it using multiple characters. However, it gets really tricky when you try to complete it using characters of different factions. The criteria for this achievement includes 2 neutral reps, Champions of Azeroth and Tortolan Seekers, and 4 faction-specific reps, 1 for each of the 3 story zones, and then the War Campaign rep. For the neutral reps, you can complete those on any toon of any faction and get credit across your account. But if you want to complete Azerothian Diplomat, you need to complete the 4 faction-specific reps using characters of only one faction. So let's take a look at a few examples to help make this clear. If you earn Revered with Proudmoore Admiralty, Order of Embers, Storm's Wake, 7th Legion, Champions of Azeroth, and Tortolan Seekers, using one or more Alliance tunes, then you'll earn Azerothian Diplomat. Similarly, if you earn Revered with Zandalari Empire, Talanji's Expedition, Voldenai, the Honorbound, Champions, and Tortolin with one or more Horde tunes, you'll also earn the achievement. You can use tunes of both factions if you earn the 4 Alliance reps and then use a Horde character to do Champions and Tortolin, and vice versa. What won't work is something like this. Say you earn Proudmoore Order, Champions, and Tortolin with Alliance tunes, then you earn Voldenai and Honorbound with a Horde character. This combination will not grant you the achievement because you didn't complete all of the faction-specific reps for either side. So my advice here is to focus on completing Azerothian Diplomat using characters of only one faction. It's way more straightforward than trying to mix and match across both Horde and Alliance. Okay, now that we covered that, let's talk about how you can earn rep. For the 3 zone reps, completing the story quests will get you up to Honored. From there, hit 120 and do world quests in that zone and the faction's emissary whenever it pops up. For the War Campaign faction, complete the storyline, do world quests on the other continent, and do the emissary quest when it's available. You can also get rep from completing Arathi and Darkshore world quests when you have control of the zone, as well as by completing the faction assaults that pop up every 19 hours. For Champions and Tortolin, you can only earn rep by doing world and emissary quests once you hit 120. They have no significant story quests associated with them. And then there are a few other sources of rep that I should point out. Your mission table will occasionally have missions that grant varying amounts of reputation with any of the factions, so keep an eye out for those. There are also items for each group that drop randomly when completing an island expedition that can be turned in for 250 rep. The ones for the zone reps and the Tortolin can also be purchased from the doubloon traders for 100 Seafarers doubloons. And then there are contracts made by Inscription that you can buy from other players or the auction house. There is one contract for each faction, and using it lets you earn 10 rep with that faction for every world quest you complete, on top of whatever rep the world quest already offers. Contracts last for 7 days real time, and I suggest only using them for Champions and Tortolin, since those are the hardest to grind. Definitely don't use one for your War Campaign faction, as they're the easiest. And finally, make sure you keep an eye out for the Darkmoon Fair and World Quest bonus event, which can boost your rep gains. Alright, moving on to the last 2 criteria for Pathfinder, which both need to be done using characters of only one faction, since they represent completing the unique storylines on either side. For Alliance players, you need to complete Lore Master of Kul Tiras, which is a meta achievement to complete all the Kul Tiras zone storylines. This can be done using multiple Alliance tunes as long as one tune completes an entire zone. The other achievement Alliance players need to complete is their version of Ready for War, which is the 8.0 War Campaign storyline. This achievement can only be completed by one character, and the later steps are locked behind various levels of 7th Legion rep, all the way up to Revered. Horde players need to complete Zandalari Forever, which is a meta achievement to complete all the Zandalar zone storylines, as well as the Bloodgate and Final Seal questlines. Super important to know here is that you need to do all 3 zones on one Horde character in order to get access to the Bloodgate questline. You can't use multiple tunes here. The other achievement Horde players need to complete is their version of Ready for War, which is the 8.0 War Campaign storyline. This achievement can only be completed by one character, and the later steps are locked behind various levels of Honor-bound rep, all the way up to Revered. And that's it. With all of those criteria met, you'll earn Battle for Azeroth Pathfinder Part 1. While it is definitely possible to do this using more than one tune of different factions, I highly recommend using one character to complete it. That's how I did it, and I think it just simplifies things a lot. Alrighty, that's it for this guide. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. and of course, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.